Hi everybody, this is Uncle Russ coming to you live from Axe Cafe on Koh Samui, Friday evening. So sorry about last week, but we were otherwise indisposed. We were doing a conference. But yeah, I actually missed you guys. I do. I'm serious. I love chatting to you. So today what I want to talk about is one of the heroes. And I think all of us believe that he was a hero. Look at this. I made a poster. Robin Hood. Hey? What a cool guy. You see, that's my wife. Trying to do milk while I'm talking. No, cannot. You must wait. Wait for your coffee. So anyhow, Robin Hood. I mean, what a hero, eh? Can you believe it? Like, he would do the impossible. So, who was he? He was a heroic outlaw, and according to legend, he was a highly skilled archer and a swordsman. Yes, and some even say that he was with the Crusades. So, he was generally a good guy. Then he comes back, and of course, all the problems, the political things that were going on, and him losing his inheritance. It was just rubbish going on. And then, of course, the sheriff. Normally the sheriff's supposed to be the good guy, but in this case, the sheriff is the bad guy, and the bad guy is the good guy. That's Robin. Yeah. So, what a noble thing for Robin Hood to do. Hey, yes. So he was standing in the gap for those who were downtrodden and poor and forlorn, and he gave them a newfound hope. Yes, you know what? Hey, can you imagine there you're sitting in your little mud hut or whatever kind of shelter there, and you're thinking to yourself, things are so bad. I've had to pay all these land taxes. I've had to do this. I got no money. And the old story, no money, no honey. Yes, the honey gone with the other guy who got the money. But that's another story. And it sounds a lot like what's going on in the world today. Retribution. So, you got rich robbing the poor, then I, Robin Hood, will come along with my merry band, my band of merry men, and we're going to rob you. And put on our hoodies, and we're going to come there and we're going to rob you. And then, it's an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. That makes perfect sense. How many of us are doing that? How many of us are evading taxes because we said, the tax man robbed me, so what I'll do, I'll get him back. I'll lie about my tax and I'll lie about my, two wrongs. But there's another saying that goes, two wrongs don't make a right. Didn't we used to say that you hurt me, I'll hurt you back. But I won't just hurt you back, I'll give you hurt with an interest. Yes. So, let's be honest. So I'm going to give you a scenario. Okay. You're standing there, and you're feeling down and out. Got no money. The debts are piling up. People are banging on the door. The bank wants to foreclose on your house. They're cutting the electricity. They cut the water. I know that story well. Remember, I told you before. My dog even bit the neighbor who was the lawyer. Bit him on his own property. And then you lose everything. And you're like, if only. So it depends on your belief system. You could go and say, if only there was a fairy godmother. But we don't believe. So you say, oh God, if only you can help me. I will serve you with everything in my life if you get me out of the situation. And next minute, a guy dressed in a hoodie, armed, walks up to you and says, do not fear. I am here. God, that He's so childish. Do not fear, I'm here. I have heard your prayer. I have heard how you've been struggling. So today, I'm going to give you money so that you can get back your honey. He gives you a whole pile of cash and off you run and you're like, oh, I can't believe it. And then you go, whoa. Where did you get this money from? Ha! I robbed the rich to pay you the poor. I don't know about you, but let me tell you what, if I was in a neighborhood and somebody came along with a hoodie and a gun, I'm not gonna think, oh, wow, this is a messenger from God, he's going to bless me. You'll be lucky to go home in your underpants, but yes. So we're not going to think, fantastic. He's just robbed the rich and now he's going to bless me. So what happens is, I got to tell you this. We look at our own situation, and especially with political leaders and people who rule countries and that. And so what happens is we end up in a situation where they're robbing the poor, and they take your taxes, and then they rob the rich to take care of the poor. They say, okay, so you earn a lot of money, so you'll go into a special tax bracket, and we're going to tax the living daylights out of you. And then like the really poor people, we're not going to tax them at all. You don't need to pay for this, that, or other, because what we'll do, we'll get the other guys to pay for all of that. And you say, oh, okay, I will vote for you. That sounds like a good idea. And you do it anyway. And lo and behold, what happens? They come up with this word, I don't know if you know this word, entitlement. So what does entitlement mean? It is the belief that one inherently is deserving of privileges or special treatment. Yes, it was like that Maury Biscuit advert. Do you remember it? One for you, one for me. Two for you, one, two for me, and so on and so forth. So what they start doing is they start lining their pockets and they start opening up businesses with their families and friends, and then you get that underhand, the envelope, Hey, I'll help you sort out the business, I'll give you all the contracts and that, but you got to give me my cut. No, I know you don't do that, because, you're the good guy. You're not one that robs the rich to give to the poor. Amen. You're a good guy and a good lady. I mustn't, because I know next minute you're going to tell me I'm sexist because I only said the good guys and I didn't say that. But anyway, we okay. So that's entitlement. And then, of course, there's this other favorite word of mine, inheritance. Oh, man, I can't wait for my old man to die. Yes, I get all these goods. Yeah. And then what happens when we sit around that attorney or what do they call it? The executive of the estate. Yes. And then the siblings start fighting with each other. Yeah, but and I looked after mom and dad, and now you getting everything. I don't think it's fair. I'm going to challenge this thing because it's my inheritance. Yes, the fun part about inheritance. You're going to get something that you think you deserve, that you don't deserve, but you get it anyway. Entitlement says, give me what I believe I'm entitled to and what I think I deserve. So is it any better like when our hearts, when we talk about the inheritance, I want my pound of flesh. My old man and my old lady had to work very hard, and now they've built up a big nest egg, and I'm going to jump into that nest with that egg. Amen. Yes. So you get something that you don't deserve. So I want to end with this, because now we've been talking about an eye for an eye and retribution and robbing the rich to pay the poor and all of those very noble things. It's rubbish. And we've been allowing our kids and teaching our kids that it's okay. I watched a movie the other night on that Netflix. Yeah, that one. And on there, There are 2 young girls that start robbing trains to raise up money to bail their mother out of jail. Yo. And I was thinking, that's so weird. And we think, oh, well, they were desperate. What else could they do? They had to commit the crime. But remember, if you do the crime, you're going to end up doing the time. Let me read this to you. So 1 Peter 3, 8-12. Finally, all of you be of one mind, having compassion one for another. Love as brothers. Be tender-hearted. Be courteous. Not returning evil for evil or reviling for reviling, but on the contrary, blessing. Knowing that you were called to this, that you may inherit a blessing. For he who would love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil and his lips from speaking deceit. Let him turn away from evil and do good. Let him seek peace and pursue it. For the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are open to their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against those who do evil. Don't be surprised if you're doing evil, that something goes wrong. Don't be, oh my gosh, can you believe it? I use my tongue as a weapon against people, and I just diss them, and I keep telling lies, and I keep acting in an unrighteous way, and I can't believe all these bad things are happening to me. Don't be stupid. Because you see, whatever you sow, you will reap. Anyhow, that's all I have to say this week. So this is Uncle Russ signing off. And remember, if I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. Bye-bye. Till next week. Oh, and consider this. I leave for India on Sunday. Bless you, eh? Cheers.